Okay guys, I'm back. What do you get when you take a brown paper bag, some glue, a candle, and a Starbucks bottle? Stick around and I'll show you. Hi guys. Okay, let me tell you what I'm doing. We are going to make something that's going to look like metal. And where I got the idea is, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the maker of this tacky glue, Aileen, but I've been friends with her daughters on Facebook for quite a few years now. And I used to watch Aileen all the time. Before Martha Stewart, believe it or not, Aileen was around, and she was the crafter for women back in, I believe she started, I'd have to read up on her. I want to say she started in the 50s, but don't quote me on that. I believe it's the 50s, 60s and on. And then she had a TV show that I used to watch all the time with her two daughters, and she'd have different guests on. And the craft class that I used to take, and I used to take a lot of craft classes back in the early 70s, basically all the way through the 70s. And what I'm going to show you is what I learned in one of these classes, but it really was originated from Aileen. And I believe her last name was Jackson. Her daughters have YouTube channels as well. Too Cool to Craft is one of them with Tiffany. And Heidi's is, I'm going to have to look Heidi's up again. And I'll get back to you on what hers is. But anyway, both of them have a YouTube channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out, just cut down this bag, and then come back, and then I'll start to show you what I'm doing with it. Okay, I cut a piece of the brown bag off, and I love Trader Joe's bags. I love the pictures on them. I love these bags. And this is way off the subject, but you know what always amazes me about Trader Joe's is how they can pack those groceries so good into these bags. It always amazes me. I mean, and I worked in the grocery industry for 18 years, okay? And I used to tell them that exact thing, and I go, and still it amazes me how you guys can pack this stuff. I don't know why. Why did I say that? I don't know. Okay. All right, what I'm going to do, and I have some of this brush-on tacky glue, so I think I'm going to go ahead and use that. Ooh, kind of thick. I haven't used it in quite a while. That'll work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this letter, first I'm going to cut out, because I want to have it sturdy. So I'm going to cut up to about here so it can fold over this E, and I'll be back in just a minute. I forgot to get some. Okay guys, okay, I wanted to give you the name of the two channels. It is I Love to Craft with Heidi Brocious. Now both these girls are Aileen's daughters, and they have carried on with their mom's legacy. She has since passed. Just a couple of years ago, I believe. She was really a neat woman. Okay, and the other one is Too Cool to Craft, but the 2 is the number 2. Too Cool, the number 2 to Craft. Too Cool to Craft. Just give them a shout out because they're really, really nice women. Okay, what I've done is I've taken my E and traced it onto my bag. Here's a piece of my bag. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just wondering if this is going to be too thick. I think it'll be okay. And I'm going to put it to where it is going to completely glue down, to double it up to make it a little bit more sturdy. I love doing this. I remember in a craft class once, we made these old-fashioned like Model Ts out of this very same technique, and put them into like a shadow box frame for Father's Day. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know what happened to it, because again, that was over 30, oh gosh, close to 40 years ago. Man, I'm old. Can't believe how fast the time's going. There I go, getting off topic again. Okay, so now I'm gonna fold it. Okay. Kind of, you know, if I had a brayer, and I'll bet you I do somewhere and I just don't remember. Well, anyway, if you had a brayer, you know, just making sure that it's all down, no bubbles. And look at what I'm crafting on again. My paper that they wrap stuff from Hobby Lobby. I'm telling you, I have a stack of this and I use it all the time to keep my mats from being ruined. I mean, can you imagine all this glue getting onto these? No thanks. Okay, so let's see. I think what I'll do, now that I've shown you how I did this, oops, better take that off. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the letters, and then once I get them done, I want to wait until it just kind of dries just a little bit, and the weather is such that it's not gonna take long. So as soon as I get the rest of the letters cut out, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, what I've done while off camera, I have glued all of the letters down. You know, I had a long piece, folded it over, and now it's drying. And once it is dry, I will cut out the letters, and then we will continue with the process. And I think you could use this, actually, you could use this technique for vintage. You could use it for Farmhouse, just depending, well, you'll see as I go. But it's a really cool process, and I just thought about it a while back, and I thought, you know what, I should do that one, because that one was really cool looking. Really is. So I'm feeling these to see. They still need a little time. Not much more time, but a little bit. Okay guys, let's talk about the bottle for a minute. This is unbelievable as far as the shape. The labels come off really very easily. And you get a bottle, okay, doesn't this look like the Farmhouse bottles that they have now out? The shape of it is very similar to a lot of them because I've looked. For the Farmhouse look, these are perfect. You get a wire mesh basket, you can put them in there. A vintage look, you can do that. I love the shape of these bottles. So if you like iced coffee, and you're in business, as you can see I do. Look at all the bottles, and I have more. I don't throw them away because I know I'm going to use them. So anyway, I wanted to show you what it looked like with the labels on, and then how nicely they clean up. So, okay, so that's that. I just wanted to tell you, if you get them, don't throw them away, because you can use them, especially if you're really into the Farmhouse look. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll get all my stuff together, and then I'll be back. I want to clean this up a little bit so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay guys, I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day, and I'm trying to get my camera over here. So I left off, I'm coming back to where I left off on the paper bag metal look. And like I said, I used a paper bag, it was from Trader Joe's, and I glued the well, this was open, and then I folded it in half, and I'm going to show you how I did these with this, just so you know how it was done. The reason I didn't do the letters with you is because I had too many of them to do, and I had to get ready to leave, but I wanted to show you what it looks like once it's done, the technique, and then I'm going to go back and show you the technique. So if I get closer to this, I'm hoping the camera can pick it up. I don't know if you can see where it's textured, but once you're done with it, and this is the soot from the candle, which again, I'll show you the process. And then you wipe off some of the soot, and then you use either rub and buff. I'm going to use precious metals, and you'll see what happens when you put a little of this on. So I'm going to do that now, just so you can get a look at it. And then I will go on to show you the actual technique of how I got to this point. And let's do the E. It does get kind of messy, you know, because you're dealing with soot from the candle, but it's kind of cool to see how it turns out. I'm hoping you're going to be able to tell. Well, here, okay, it looks like this now. And then when you start putting this on, if you don't want a lot of the black to show, it just depends on what kind of look you're going for. But do you see how you can see more of the texture from the glue? And it really gives the look of metal. So I'm going to wipe a little of that off. I don't want quite so much on there. I'll take pictures too so you can see it better. This is titanium. The color of this is titanium. I didn't want silver, and I didn't want copper or gold. And this is the closest to more of that farmhouse. Can you see it now? The difference? Maybe if I just put it down here. Dry brush it as well, just put very little on the brush, and then it won't go on so heavy. But I'm not minding it for what I'm doing, and you'll understand when you see what I'm doing with this. Well, I'm basically dry brushing this because I didn't put it back into the paint. So you'll kind of see. Yeah, I don't like the black showing. If it was for a different kind of look, it'd look cool, but okay. So, and again, this is what I used. Okay, so that's what it looks like now, having the precious metals put on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how I got that look. So whatever you're going to do, and for these letters I did just like you see here, only I put the H here and I traced it, and so on and so forth. Okay, here we have a heart, and I'm going to cut that out. Okay, so here's your heart. Now, oh, and this is what I was going to tell you. I thought I would use this and it'd be fine. I don't know what the difference is, but when I watched Aileen's daughters do this, they said you need to use the original tacky glue. And I thought, well, you know, what could the difference be? I mean, it's Aileen's, it's tacky glue. It is a difference. It did not work with this. This one it did. So just FYI. If you're going to do it, use the, well, if I can get this off. Oh, well, let's do it this way because I can't get that off. And you want to put enough glue because when you light that flame, which is going to make the sooty look, you need enough glue. going to use my finger. And you want to make sure to cover all of this bag on top here. Don't leave any with just the bag, for obvious reasons. It would catch on fire. You don't want that. Okay. Now I'm going to light the flame. And you can use, this is just a regular tapered candle that I've had forever. I want you to be able to see this. Use some kind of tweezer, only because it gets hot. Okay, you want this to go right above the flame, not in it because you'll snuff it out. I don't know if you can see this. You know what, I'm going to have, oh shoot. You guys, this is how much I care about you guys. Look at, going through, wait a minute. I got to get this camera up a little bit more so you can see better. I want you to be able to see this. Okay, I think you'll be able to see it better. Yeah. Okay, you see how I'm holding this where the flame is actually touching it, but I'm not going down too far on it. And you see how it's getting black? That's what you want. You want that, Glenn, you want that glue to bubble up, because what you're going to do is you're going to smash down that bubble, which is going to create that wrinkly look. And when you put that whatever kind of rub and buff or precious metals or whatever, it's going to show up. It'll show those wrinkles, which really makes it look like metal. It's really neat. And that's why I think it's so cool for the farmhouse look, because you have a lot of the galvanized. Do you see it? I don't know if you can tell, but oh, I wish you could see the bubble. See how that it's bubbling? That's what you want. There's, you can't, dang it. Oh well, when you do it, you'll see what I mean. And you don't want any of the white glue showing. You want it all to be black. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to press this glue down. I'll show you in a minute. I'll get closer. Okay, do you see the wrinkles in it? That's what you're wanting to achieve. You're wanting to achieve this wrinkly look. I gotta put a little bit more glue on the end because it came off. That's okay. And what I did with some of these letters, I went over it again with glue. You don't have to, but I just wanted it thicker because I wanted more of that wrinkled look, knowing that when I put this precious metals on it, it would give it more of a textured look, but that's totally up to you. I'm really wanting you to see how it bubbles. Okay, watch this side, and I'm hoping it'll bubble up so you can see it. Well, you did get a bubble, but you weren't able to see it, dang it. Well, of course it bubbles when I'm not showing you. It does get messy, but it's no big deal to me. You just wash your hands after. Have a window open though, because when it's burning, that glue, it can get kind of stinky. I'm going to let this dry off just a little bit before I touch it, because what's happening is the glue that's underneath, if it isn't completely, you know, cooled, it's popping right back up. So I'm just going to leave that for a minute, blow out the candle. I'm going to go wash my hands and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the heart, and you saw what I was doing over the floor, but this is what it looks like now. I hope you can see the texture. I'm going to give it a few minutes just to dry, because if I try to use the paper towel to wipe off some of the soot right now, it's going to wipe off the glue, because the glue underneath is still warm. So I'm going to let that set, and when that gets cool, I'll come back and then we'll just finish it up. And then I'll start getting my embellishments together and show you what I'm going to do with that home, the letters for home. Okay guys, so the heart, I took off as much soot as I want to take off. So there it is. Now I'm just gonna open this up, this precious metal. I really like this titanium color for the Farmhouse. I like it better than the silver. Okay, it's good. Now I'm wondering if I should go more on this, on the home. Yeah, you could keep going all the way and just cover that black completely, which I think I would rather, because of the look I'm trying to achieve here. Yep, that is what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going more where I just don't want any of the black really showing. To me, this almost looks like the galvanized buckets when you make them, you know, when they're not shiny, when they take the shine off of them. So I hope everyone had a good Mother's Day. I did. It's always fun to get with the kids. They're all so busy with their own lives, you know. But they always make time. Yep, I like that. I like that look. So when I get done with this and I start to think what I want to do with these letters and how I want to embellish, I'll be back. Okay, you guys. I'm telling you, I can't do anything without embellishing. I tried to think, oh, I'll just put these letters, you know, where I'm going to put them and not do anything to them. I'm transitioning to a degree into, I like the Farmhouse, which I have been accumulating for a few months now. You know, little things from Hobby Lobby, Michael's. Did I get something so far? I haven't glued anything down yet, but I am embellishing it with some paper flowers and some resin flowers. And then these I made myself out of a mold. I used hot glue and silicone mold and hot glue and made these flowers. And I'll do a tutorial on that. And I learned this from Pink Poodle Crafts. Check out her channel. She's great. So anyway, these are from... okay, guys. I'm done. All right. I don't know if you can see it this well, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them down and show you where I think where I'm going to put them, and I'll bring the camera with me. But, all right, what I did is I took and I hot glued the letters that I embellished, and what I did is I did the letters like I showed you how to get this effect of metal. And then I embellished it with what I wanted to embellish it with, each letter. And then I took some of this, I think it's sisal rope, jute rope, and I believe I got it at Hobby Lobby. And I just went around a few times and hot glued, just not all over, just at certain points, because if I wanted, I could always take it off, because the hot glue and the glass, you know the story on that. I mean, you can peel anything off. Sometimes you don't want to peel it off and you wish it wouldn't, but in cases like this, it would be to my benefit if I did want to take it off. Okay, so what I did is I wrapped around a little bit of the rope, and then I did the top of it to give it a more of a farm feel. So there is the H. Here's the O. And again, you could do whatever saying you know, you could do love, you could do pray, you could do anything, whatever. And then the flowers that I used were from the Dollar Tree. They're the geraniums. No, I don't think geraniums. I think they were supposed to be the hydrangeas. And I just pulled them apart. I think what I would probably do, and what I will do, is I might get the star flowers, the dried flowers from Hobby Lobby. And we used to decorate with them years ago in the country look. But they're dried flowers. I'm not sure yet. I think I have one more idea I might try, and if I do, I'll show you what it looks like in here. And then here's the E. So I will take these down and show you where I'm going to put them. All right? Okay guys, I'm running out of time. My battery's going to die in 2 minutes. So here it is in my den on my tray. We'll take some still pictures. I'm hurrying because I know this is going to go out any minute. So there's another look at it, and I have it staggered, as you can see. Really cute. So I'll be back with some still pictures.